And we're back again. So oopsie, here is our current base. Grr. Okay, so here is our current base. So you will never believe what happened with the other base. Well, it's the same base, but shortly after I recorded the last video, I soon realized that the proportions were off on the previous base, well, the previous video, so I had to go back and redo it. So, well, I just had to go back and redo the head. But here's where we're at now, and if you'll notice, I have these lines here in the hair. Um, these are mostly placed to add more texture and life to the hair, so to speak. And, again, where the lines go is fairly intuitive, but basically this is all you're doing. You're just drawing the lines on here. It's probably better to do it when you have it like that, so you can see how the strands of hair will look more or less. Um, yeah, I didn't do this earlier. I didn't do this earlier on this video, but I should have. So basically this is all you're doing now. Yeah, just pretty much like that. Okay, and probably, again, you'll want to maybe look over it. If you see anything that you don't like on your base, just, edit it and correct it, or fix it so it's to your liking, which is exactly what I'm doing, since I am slightly OCD, it turns out. Ironic, really, since I'm normally quite the opposite of being OCD. Yeah, I think we can both agree that that looks better with not being there. Even though technically speaking, it's kind of mandatory due to the fact that well, as we all know, Girl has that thing attached to his glasses, so I guess I'll have to keep it on there. But I can still go back and make it look prettier. Um, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a hard time seeing things right now. I'm just going to assume that this is the same color. So, I swear to God, this doesn't look right. Um, okay, in any case, so I'm going to make this look prettier once I get the right color. Okay, so just gonna outline this again. If you want the lines to look smoother, you can go back and do this in GIMP, which is probably what I'm gonna do right now. So I will be right back. Okay, so we're here again, and you can see I added the detail for the strand thing. Now, we're gonna move on to the background next, but before we do that, there's one last thing I wanted to share with you, and that is we're going to actually paint this gray. It just gives it a little extra depth, in my opinion. So we're just we're just making the lenses gray. Nothing too complicated here. Again, if in the small areas you can just use your pencil, which is what I'm doing. You want to be careful as usual unless you want to risk going out of the lines. So yeah, this is all we're doing right now. And remember, we want to keep our background white. Then we're going to save this. Okay, so next we're going to go to the internet. Woohoo! And we're just going to type in a background. Let's try black and gold background. Now, I'm probably not going to use a background in the method I'm showing you, but I just want to show you how to do this in case you want to go back and do this later. So, let's see here. We will play with this one. Then we're going to open Paint again. Then we're going to save this. Save image as. Then we probably want to keep it where we keep all of the, or where we keep this space at. So, yes, I have lots of cakes. Well, I didn't bake those, but they're inspirations. So, alright. Go to my Grell folder. And do I have him in here? I don't remember. No, I do not. Okay. So then he's going to be in the new folder I have, which is right here. Or at least he should be in here. He's not in here. Okay, so then I will save him to be in here. Okay, so save that. Go here. Save as. Oh, okay, so he's in here instead, so yeah, I'm just gonna save him to the other one just in case. So, new folder. Then this is important. You always want to save it as a PNG because if you save it as a JPEG, the color looks all weird and yucky and stuff. And when you save it as a PNG, it still looks really smooth. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to go right here, open. We're going to select our background we found. Then we're going to go back to our base, minimize, select. Then we're going to just draw a box around it. We're going to copy it. Then we're going to come over here and we're just going to hit Control V or paste and select transparency. And due to the fact that this is so huge, larger than I had suspected, I am actually going to have to, okay, so we're back, and as you can see, I've actually expanded the background that I found on the internet. Again, the reason for this is because this picture turned out to be much larger than I had expected. So anyhow, I'm doing the copying again. Again, I'm going to hit Control V. And due to the fact that I selected the transparent selection, this right here has become, well, you can see through it. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. That if you look at the eye, it looks totally different than it originally did. So that is because since we used white, for that small part of the eye, we now have to go back and put the white back in there. So we're doing that pretty fast. And then we're going to take our pencil and put the black there. Then we're going to look at this again. I'm still not quite happy with the eye, but I'm gonna try fixing this a bit more. And once I fix this eye, I'm actually going to open GIMP. And the reason for that is if you'll observe, here we have this white part right here, and I'm going to teach you how to blend that, or kind of blend it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so what you're seeing now is you're seeing GIMP open up. Let me adjust the size on GIMP a bit. Okay, so this is GIMP. So you'll notice that you have, well, I have at least 4 bars here. So I'm going to open my image. So I'm going to do that by going to File, Open. I'm going to go to Pictures. I'm going to go to Grell. Then going to go to New Folder. And the name was... I don't remember what the name was. Okay, so I'm going, oh, okay, it was right here. So if you'll notice, you can't see a preview image, so the only way you can do that is by clicking here, and it'll show you your image. So there's that, and once it's opened, you're going to select this right here that looks like a hand. Down here we're going to zoom in, and using that same finger we want to take the brown and just sort of do it like this. So you'll notice that it's kind of blending it. And since I'm not too psyched about the way that's turning out, I'm actually going to select my drop tool, switch over to my brush, and just do it like so. Okay, and so that's fixed. And one more thing I wanted to show you, but I'm probably not going to be using this, is if you want to change the color, like let's say we wanted to use more red, we would select this tool right here called the Paths tool. We'd go to Layer, New Layer. I'm not going to bother naming it, but you can name it if you want to. And we're going to just click, and you'll see these squares showing up. Once we have those done, we're going to go to our tool options, selection from path. We're going to select our bucket. We're going to click here, and you can adjust the colors you want. In my case, I'm just going to select this red. I'm going to click it on here. Then going over here, I'm going to select multiply. And then you can further adjust the color by going here, selecting brightness and contrast, and just playing with this right here. And you'll see that like kind of edits the color, so to speak. So I'm not going to do that, but that's for you to know later on. So I'll be right back.